Good morning, everybody. This is the Monday morning show. And oh my gosh, we have so many people on this morning. I cannot wait to show you who's going to be on with us this morning. And we're going to be all talking about all kinds of things, content, and why content is cash. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Jen Weatherly's in the background. She's going to be coming on just in a moment. Are you ready to go? We'll bring Jen up. She'll be here shortly. But this show is all about, this is hi, Jen. Good morning.
Morning.
How's things in your world today?
Busy and, full of kids because, of course, we're on summer vacation and they're finally out of the house and taken care of. So we're good to go.
Yay. Yeah. Jen's on vacation, you guys. So we're just going to give her a whole lot of woo for being here on the Monday morning show with us. I hope you brought your coffee. You got your coffee?
I have some water.
Cool. So how are you staying balanced? Like with all you're ready to go?
Well, trying to stay balanced is giving ourselves a few more days to actually plan to travel well. So we've just given ourselves a bit of grace on that because we have a big family and not a huge vehicle. So we're just making planning more of a priority. So we're just taking our time and making it right. So that's what we're doing.
That can be pretty strategic too, like getting everybody in, all the stuff in that you need to go. Yeah. I know.
What have you been doing?
Me? Well, I spent the weekend up at my cabin and it poured rain all weekend here. So everybody was inside and soaking wet all weekend because we'd start projects and the heavens would open.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had all kinds of things on the project list because we have a whole bunch of family coming up this coming weekend. And, the things that just never get done otherwise that wanted to get done. And, we're way back in the woods. So spider control was at the utmost top of the list.
Oh no.
Yep. So that's what we were doing and, stacking wood and making sure the fire pit's ready to go and the boats are ready to go when people want to go out. And, the play toys are all scrubbed down and pretty for the company, the things you do for company. Nobody else cares. Right. Right. I know. Are you ready to bring our girl on?
Yes, I am actually. I've never actually had a conversation with Lauren, so I'd love to connect with her.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about her before I bring her up here. She is the creator of Mommie's on a Mission. She is all about making sure that mommies actually take their knowledge and send it out to the world and get paid. Like that is her key focus on what she does because we're both moms. Like we know what it's like. Clearly, we know what it's like to hang out in no man's land sometimes with our kids, and how to get things done is sometimes really a struggle. And Lauren kid is really, I'm going to bring her up. She's got her 3-second warning there. She'll be popping on here in just a second. I know. Hello.
Love that little ding intro. That was fun.
Isn't that fun? I know. So Mommie's on a Mission is all the at-home entrepreneur world that you live in. And
yes.
Yeah, that's your focus. You stay home. You have a toddler. How old are you?
I do. 2.5, almost 2.5.
Like, I love the video you put up the other day about him unloading all of his joy.
Yeah. I was literally just trying to have a 5-minute conversation with a girlfriend who I haven't talked to in forever. And I was like, it feels really, her kids interrupted her during the conversation like 100 times. And I was like, I haven't seen my son in like 10 minutes. Oh, poop. Something's up. Because normally he's like a trail of bringing me books and he wants to read. And he's like, mommy, play, or let's go to the schoolroom, or, can we work on this or whatever. And I was like, it's really quiet in this house. So I was like, you know what? This is a great opportunity to be like, what are you doing? Because I know, my spidey senses were like, something's up. Oh boy.
It's kind of crazy.
I will admit though, that's like his first get into anything experience. So I've been really lucky, I will say, because He's not a terrorizer. And that was his first, like, you left me alone. This is what I'm going to do. So
Jen's a little guy. He's always putting recipes together. Like he's getting in her cupboard. He's concocting great recipes and he's making dinner and
like, it's going to come in handy in a few years.
Oh yeah. Like I can totally see how it will pay off in the end, but like I clean out all my cupboards that way. So any food that I'm not using anymore, I'm just like, here, make this now. And he just loves it, right? Because, you know, you've opened a pack of beans and they've been sitting there for a little too long and you're just like, yeah, I probably won't even use those anymore. So, you know, he gets to make a lot of soup and stew, you know, but he's kind of over that now and he just likes to terrorize. He's in the tearing up boxes for the heck of tearing up boxes and, you know, just making a big, massive mess. And yes, that's where we are.
So much fun. Hey, I'm going to do a little housekeeping. We are broadcast on multiple different platforms today. So if you are watching us from anywhere other than the Illustrious Ones page, come on over here. Say hi. There's a link right above you in the comments. Come on over here so we can see you and say hi to you this morning. That's it with my little intro, little housekeeping thing there. So, yeah. Lauren.
Yes.
Content is like your baby. Like you are like wicked knowledgeable about all kinds of things, which is really kind of fun to talk to you. You and I have had conversations on, like, I can just remember the GDPR thing that they got us over, right? And prior to that, on other things, been on my show before, and it's been probably a year. It was probably about a year ago.
I think it was July last year. Yeah.
Was it July?
I think so.
I know it's been pushing a year since you've been on the Eric Strayer show, but holy cow, like, what's going on in your world? You got some big things rolling right now.
Actually, At Home Entrepreneur will celebrate its very first full year in business next Tuesday. Yay! So super excited about that. I've got some great stuff launching to those people on my email list, and I'm going to drop some stuff on my business page. But yes, content is my baby. I love creating content because content is just the foundation of your business. You don't have to have the fancy website. You don't have to have the best branding, colors and images and crap. So long as you're talking to your audience and you're being genuine and you're being front and you're there for them, and they can tell whether you're not there or not. As long as you are there with great, valuable content, your business is going to take off. Yeah, it's really as simple as that.
You know, one thing that you talk all the time about how easy it is to create content. Content's tough for a lot of people. It is genuinely good at creating content too. Like, it just comes easy for the two of you. And for me, it's like, do people really want to know about that?
For me,
the answer is yes.
It's more like story for me, but then filling in the blanks and actually, like that, the part of like actually expanding it out and making it like something really viable is a stumbling block for me, to be honest.
Oh, I find it really.
That you're quite good at that, aren't you?
Not to toot my own horn, but yes. Yeah, you know what, honestly, I did struggle with content for a long time. I ran a health and fitness business, and I was constantly trying to figure out what it was that was going to talk to my people and make them really want to work with me. I had almost 20 years. Well, now I've had almost 20 years as a personal trainer. I'm not active, but I have had my certification now almost 20 years. And so I was like, I know what I'm talking about. Why are people just like knocking down my doors? So it was really a trial and error on what it was that they wanted from me. And once I figured out how specifically to deliver my message, all the floodgates open. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can just talk for days about anything. You want to talk about chicken farming? I'll give you a ton of stuff on chicken farming. You want to talk about how spiral bound notebooks are made? Oh, girl, I got you. I can just write for days. It doesn't even matter if I am an expert in it. I can just sit down and write. I don't know how I do it, truly, no, I do know how to do it, which is why I teach it. I make it simple. I give people actionable steps in order to create mass amounts of content. And I have free stuff for it. I've got little paid products for it. And I've got a big, awesome project that I just launched. And it's exciting.
I know.
To really dive into content.
I want to say this. Tiffany's on with us. Good morning, Tiffany. She said conversation is easy, but content is a bit tough.
It can be. I will admit it can be. But if you know a few secrets here and there, I say secrets, they're common sense, and I'm not going to give away,
it's
the best
sense for you. It's common sense for you.
No, honey. If you really sit down and you're like, oh my gosh, I just didn't think of it that way. It's like having a conversation. It is, guys, content creation is just like having a conversation. When you're sharing your goods with the world, you should be sharing it just like you're having a conversation like we are right here. It shouldn't be any extra fluff. It shouldn't be anything extra, words to make it look fancy. You see all these people out there with like these elaborate 10-page, lead pages or sales pages or whatever. And you're just like, okay, God, get to the point.
Right?
It's fantastic that you've had so much success. Get to the point. What is it going to get me? What is it going to take to get me to buy your stuff? Because so far all I've read about is how amazing you are and how fantastic your clients think you are and what is your program about.
Yeah.
It's like if you and I are having a conversation, I'm gonna be like, okay, Erin, look, this is what's going on and this is what needs to happen and this is going to change your life. That's what you got to do with your audience. When you're sharing your value, be upfront. Be like, hey, look, here I am. This is what I've got. And this is how it's going to make massive strides for you in whatever it is your problem is.
Yeah, Mary Ann's on here too. Good morning, Mary Ann. She said she agrees 100% and to view it as a different kind of conversation.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah. So content is cash.
Content is cash. If you're not speaking it, you're not earning it.
That goes right to the center of me. Right? Jen, what's your thoughts on that? I love that this is the name of your next program that is it still open for registration?
Content is cash. Yeah, it is. It's still open for registration.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? I've just recently, like 2 weeks ago, switched gears. So I knew that the number one thing that I had to do was create content I've got 2 different websites, and that content was so important to me that I literally dropped everything else. It's just, one for the illustrious and one for my travel website. That content is everything. And I wasn't giving it. It's honor, really, because that's what people are coming to read. That's my gift to them. So I've just like let go of everything. And this is where I'm at now. And it does take attention and focus and quiet. So you can think about it. No children in the house.
Quiet isn't always a given, Mama.
I know, but with 3 and one being autistic who loves to scream, it's like I got a pair of earplugs and sometimes I escape outside and then I just create my own bubble almost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Lauren, this is like your wheelhouse, like 100% dealing with people. I have a one child also. He's 12. He's pretty self-sufficient, but until I get on the phone or unavailable. And then it's, hey, mom. Yeah. And he loves it. Mom. Yeah. It doesn't quit.
Yeah.
Too. Let me just tell you.
I'm sure.
It doesn't quit. But the requests are bigger and larger and different. Right. And, I'm fortunate that he goes to like a day camp for summer, which is fabulous because it gives me the time. But holy cow, like your little dude's at home with you all the time. You homeschool him. Let's just keep going with what you do as a mama, and you still continue to punch out all of this stuff. You still are engaged. You still respond to every single post that goes on your page. Like, really? How do you do? Yeah.
I am like, this is going to sound really terrible. I am fantastic at organizing.
Why is that terrible?
You know what? Because so many moms are like, oh, I hate you.
Right?
This is my life. My planner, everything goes into my planner. Everything gets a particular time. Everything gets a particular day. If it doesn't get a specific time, because let's be real, we're moms. Things don't happen when we want them to happen. Like I scheduled this call, what 3 weeks ago with you guys. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, we'll figure out how to make it happen. I might have a kid on my lap, but it just worked out for me magically that my husband was off and could take him to go get pancakes. So I actually have quiet time, but everything that I do gets a time in my planner. Everything gets scheduled out. I write out my content in different colors. I don't know if you guys can see it. I write out my lives in a different color, what days they have to happen, who I'm shouting out that week. Like if I'm doing a client shout out, or if I'm just recommending somebody. I think I've recommended you a couple of times, Erin, whether or not I'm going to create a poll. And this is on top. This is going to sound even more obnoxious. This is on top the content that I've already created and have automated into my business. This is just additional me showing up on top of what I'm already showing up, so that I'm just out there and I'm providing as much value as possible. And here is going to be, and I get this all the time from my clients. This is even more annoying to so many people. I don't work when my kid's awake. I don't schedule calls between like 9 and noon because he's awake. And this is either homeschool time or play school time, or, go on errands time. I get up at 5 and I work until he wakes up, which sometimes is 7, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 8:30, which if I'm really lucky, it's 8:30. And I crush as much stuff as humanly possible. And if I have something super particular that I'm just dying to share that day, I go into whatever site I need to do, and then I schedule it out for that day. I type it up in the morning, and then I schedule it out for that day. So on top of what I'm already scheduled to share, say in my automation system, I go ahead and schedule another piece of content. I'm like, okay, this person just needs a good shout out. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put it into my rotation, and I'm going to be like, this is going to go out. That way at say 10 o'clock in the morning, when I've given so big shout outs to, I'm going to use you as an example. When I'm like, oh my God, you got to go check out Erin's page. I'm not actually physically there to do it. Automation is huge for mamas. And if you're not utilizing automation in your business right now, you should be. Right. You absolutely should be.
Key point.
You should be.
Pro tip,
automation. And I'm not talking about that you have to go and like schedule everything, because I am a big backer for actual genuine conversation and showing up and being in person. But let's be real, we're moms. It gets hard. But you still got to be consistent and you still got to show up. So I am big for organization. Everything gets a time. Everything gets a date. Like if it's an appointment that I have to be at, like today I have an eye appointment. It went in the calendar. I also had this call at 9 o'clock. So it got its own little time slot. And then I have a to-do list that I work from. And everything that's on here gets put on my to-do list, and then I expand it so that I know what I have to do that day. My work times are 5 a.m. or whenever the coffee kicks in, let's be real, until whenever my kid wakes up. And then I am very blessed. I still get a nap time. So I get maybe an hour or 2 window of work time in the afternoon. If I need to, I'll work in the evening, but I tend to save that for husband time because I'm also exhausted and I just want to go to bed. But I'm not a morning person, guys. I've never been a morning person. I have to force myself to be a morning person if I want to see success in my business and if I want to be able to efficiently help my clients in the best way possible. I have to sometimes get up when I don't want to get up and just do it.
So that's a sacrifice, right? Like that's sacrifice, and that's showing up in a bigger, better way. And to what fits your life. Your life's going to change when he goes to, if you choose not to homeschool past whatever. But the answer for you is probably no. But, but for the rest of the people out there that do like a preschool at home or do, like a 2 to 5 preschool. I did a 2 to 5 preschool, to prep him for public school. My kid needed that interaction. Life changes, right? Like every every 6 months, your life changes. Something else happens. Something else comes into play. Something else. Next thing you know, you're going to be pregnant. You're going to have another one coming. You're going to have, father-in-law's going to come with you. I don't know, right? Like you're going to get a puppy. I don't know. Right? Like stuff changes all the time and we don't know what's coming. Absolutely. And to get in line and keep that I think that organization is huge, going forward and just knowing.
And you're so right about the seasons changing, because when I started at Home Entrepreneur, he was napping twice a day, and those were my time frames. The morning nap and the night nap, or the afternoon nap, because he was so tiny. Those were great. I didn't have to get up in the morning. I could sleep in. So my business functioned during those 2 nap times. But now I get that one short-ish nap. So I have to make sacrifices elsewhere to see results in the long run. So your business will change. It will evolve. Your time frames of work will have to adjust because you're a mom and life is just chaotic. But it doesn't mean it's impossible, and it doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah. Jen, I know your world's changed a lot.
Yeah.
With getting stuff done and working from home.
Yeah. And it's also difficult too, because we all exist in this tiny space, and if I have to do a certain thing, like of course my kids are at home and awake. Nobody naps. So it's different, right? So yeah, I still haven't found any balance. And so I feel like I don't get to speak to this subject.
And it might just be your season of maybe chaos right now.
No. My first was born so chaotic that I'm actually starting to hit a stride. So there it's just, I was gifted a child in chaos that was extreme. So as soon as school came along, it was actually a good thing because he had to be socialized like really, really well. And so those were my like saving grace times where I could just have space. So I sort of work off of that. Even though I did want to be a homeschooling mom, that was my intention when I first had kids, and I had a really cool old farmhouse, and we grew gardens, and we had a really great kind of natural lifestyle. But as the time went on, it was very obvious that I couldn't just let it be the way I wanted it to be, and I had to have intervention, is what it's called. So we're working out how to get that balance, and it comes with school. So that's where I schedule it all in.
And it works.
Hey, I want to take a little shift here, you guys, and I want to talk about this.
Okay.
I want to talk about this. Content is cash. This academy that you got going on here, Lauren, and what that looks like.
Okay, so this is actually my passion project. I have had this on my to-do list forever, and I have simply just put it off and put it off. It has been something that people have been asking me for forever. I actually think you and I talked about it this time last year.
It's a strong possibility.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure you were the one who brought it up. You're like, oh my God, you need a course on this. And I was like, yeah, I know. I don't know why I hesitated so long. I've got a free planner. I've got my 100 days of content workbook. I've got, another ultimate guide to content creation. But this was kind of like the final to the content world for me.
Yeah.
So this is a 4-module massive bonus section academy. I get down to the nitty gritty. I mean, in my workbooks, I give you the generic, the basic, here's how to create 100 days of content. Here's how to show up, when to show up, where to show up. But here I'm actually telling you why you need to show up. The words that you need to use in order to bring that person in. In each module, I give a workbook. Some modules I give 2, some modules I give 3 workbooks, because I am all about the practical implication of the work. I do not thrive on just sharing information and then people being like, oh yeah, cool. No, I want you to physically do the work. I have printable workbooks for you. I want you to look at them, have them with you while we are talking in the tutorials, and I want you to be filling them out because I want to see your business succeed.
Yeah.
And unless you're physically putting in the work, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. And is it a DIY course, Lauren?
Yes,
How does it work?
Yeah. You get access to it. You immediately get the welcome module and module 1 to it. It is a self-study course, but there are comment sections. I'm in there actively daily. People have been sending me messages, asking follow-up questions, which I love because it means they're doing the work.
Right.
But yes, it is a self-study. It is a self-paced because let's be real. I am a mom. You're a mom. You might not have time to sit there on a 45-minute webinar to listen to me yak on about content.
Right.
And if that webinar is gone, you might have just missed it. So I've put all the gems, the jewels, everything into this course. And it's there. It is for you to eat at your disposal. Eat as you wish.
It's like a buffet.
Go and engorge, or, eat little bits here and there throughout your week or month or whatever. So the modules release as you finish them.
Oh, that's cool. That's
really
cool.
You're not going to get access until you've done the work, which I know stinks for some people, but let me tell you, if you're trying to skip ahead and you're not doing the foundation, your business isn't going to be built on a solid foundation. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest thing that I learned from my mentor. I worked with Chalene Johnson for a long time, and that was one of the biggest takeaways that I had, because I was like, okay, I got this course from you. I just want to know the goods. She's like, no, calm the F down. Just chill. But I want to know what's the secret. She's like, the secret is to cool down and do it in order. You can't jump ahead. Yeah. You just got to do the work. So I'm a little sneaky in that aspect. You got to put in the work to get the other stuff. And the modules aren't super, super long. They're 20, 40-minute long videos. There's a couple videos in each. I cover how to define your ideal client. And again, some of the stuff might seem rudimentary to people, but have you really defined your client? Are you really talking to that one person? Because go ahead.
I was going to say, I want to stop there for a second, because when I did this part, because it's not just, I work with recovering corporate women. Mm-hmm. Cool. Right? Totally falls flat. Right? Mm. Right? Prior to that was, women entrepreneurs. Yeah, everybody knows. Right? Well, when you dive deeper into them, and I know you take them down this road, like, what do they like? What kind of car do they drive? What kind of shoes do they wear? What do they do on the weekends? Are their fingernails dirty? Yeah. Do they like being outside? Are they rock climbers? Do they garden? Do they drive a backhoe? Do they go shopping with their girlfriends? What do they do?
Right.
Right? Like, who are they? Mm-hmm. That's like defining your perfect client, people.
Yep.
Not just their title and their name tag.
Right.
Yeah. Like when they get rid of their pantyhose, what are they doing? what, you know what I mean? What are they doing?
When the bra comes off, what are they doing?
Right. Yeah. And I know that you do a lot of, there's a whole lot. I know I went and looked at your sales page for this, and there's like so much stuff just in defining your client that's in there. I know, Jen, you've done that program too. Like when you go and you sit with your client, who your ideal client is, right? And just really narrowed that down. It's like the light bulb goes off, and it's like, poof. Yeah.
And it really does help you define exactly who you're talking to. So you can just have a conversation with that one person, them being a collective, but it makes it a lot easier to really just have the right conversation. I guess that's how it, boils down. It all boils down to that, right?
It all boils back to your content.
Yeah. And, Jen just like totally did another segue, because I know another one of your modules is all about your message.
Yes. That is module 2. We cover that. Module 1 is all about defining your perfect client, and then learning how to speak to that client, the language that you need in order to really get to them, so that they're like, oh my God, I see you. I'm here. I see you. Module 2 is all about your message. And there are different parts to your message. This is not a one size fits all. Your message is so huge. And if you don't define it, or really put the work behind it, you're going to be leaving so many clients on the table. You're not going to be reaching that ideal client. So I go over how to explore your message. I teach you how to explore how to share your message. And then in module 2, I kind of just, when I was creating it, and it's not really message related, but it kind of goes along with it. I give you tools to explore your best skills. And what I mean by this is I want you to know what you're really good at, what's in your wheelhouse. And like we were talking about before we went live, I want you to expand it so that you can see how your business can expand beyond what you're currently sharing.
Yeah.
Because for me, content is my wheelhouse, but I'm also fantastic at organization and time management and really kind of learning how to let certain things go so that I can fit other things in. My business expanded based on those things.
Yeah. Good morning, RJ. RJ just joined us. We'll talk about her in a little bit. We love talking about RJ. We love talking about our people. We love talking about our people. Yeah. So past your defining your client and your message, then like it goes into actually obtaining
the clients.
Like when people like get off their wallet and give you some green. I know, right?
Just shut up and take my money. You got me.
Throwing their credit cards at you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I get you to the point where whatever you're saying is just like butter dripping off your pancakes. They're just like, oh, give it to me now. Just where's my pay now button? Just shut up. Take my money.
Take my money.
Take my money. So we talk about how to get your clients, where you're going to find them, how to attract them, what you're going to say in order to gain their trust. Because let me tell you, if your clients do not trust you, it's going to be a one and done situation, or maybe not even a done situation. Right. They're going to say bye-bye. And you only have a couple of minutes to grab their attention.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a very, very small window, isn't it?
Super small window.
Super small. Because we are drive-through people.
Yep.
We want it now.
Yep.
And we want it right. And we want it now.
Right.
Yep. Oh, wait, you're not delivering. So,
bye. And that might be the one and only time they show up in your world. So if you're not there and saying what they need to hear, they're gone. They're going to go find somebody else.
Lost it. You lost it. Yep.
Lost it.
I know. And then like once they pay you, like how do you continue to keep them on board?
We talk about all that in getting your clients, keeping them, and taking them along a journey.
Right.
We talk about your customer journey. Yep.
Yeah. And what that looks like, and keeping them long term and keeping them fed, right? Like
nurturing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know one of my big things that I train a lot of my, well, not a lot of them, all of them is the before, during, and after, right? Like the nurturing comes all the way through. It doesn't stop just after they gave you the green, right? As a business owner, and part of what I call respecting the green is that you respect that green enough to continue that nurturing,
right?
And throwing that out and what that looks like. And I know that last module for you is all about how to continue making that sale and how to continue nurturing those people and what that looks like.
Mm-hmm. And in module 4, we talk all about how your story comes into play, the different types of posts that you should be sharing. There are 6 different types of posts that you should be sharing on the regular. We dive deep into those, how to come up with mass amounts of content so that you're not sitting there going, oh my God, this really sucks. I just can't think. We talk about how to get over those hurdles. And then I give bonus materials, different ways to share without, the massive, I don't know what to say, paralyzation that so many go over. And then for big bonuses, I give away all kinds of secrets on how to recycle your content, which so many people overlook.
Right?
Recycle your content. Just keys and fundamentals for sharing, and then tips and tricks for going live on video, because I talk so much about going live and sharing in Q&A form or masterclass form or webinar form. So we talk about Q&A tips and tricks on how to go live, how to sound professional, how not to be like, oh my God, this is so exciting. This is what I like to talk about. Because nobody likes to listen to that.
Boring.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, nobody wants that.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know if RJ's still on here. She is huge on recycling information. She is huge. Jen and I both are really big on doing that too. But if you don't know how, and you don't have the tools, and you don't know what, it's it's overwhelming. That part of it is like, and that can so help with filling in
where you don't have something.
Right?
That's it.
Spoiler. Spoiler. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you guys, content is cash has been running across the screen. We've been running a scroller for you, Lauren, with your bit.ly link on there for content is cash. And that, do you have a closed door on that, or is that ongoing?
The door's closed for that this coming Sunday. And my promo code was ended yesterday, but you know what, you guys, I'm so excited. If you enter promo code student, all caps, you're going to get a discount on it for watching this video.
No kidding. That's beautiful. That's lovely.
I'll give you a 50% slash on it for just being here and showing up for the illustrious ones and taking the time out of your day to engage and talk and share.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah. So that's student in all caps.
All caps. Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can get it in here and type while I'm talking, because that's always a problem. I'm gonna let Jen talk, and I'm gonna get off screen. So go for it.
And I will say, guys, that I have had a ton of people already in the course. Some of them are making $5,000 already, and they're only on module 2. Some have made their first $10,000. It's intense. All they're doing is changing a couple things here and there. They are seeing massive amounts of strides in their business, so it works. It's all about your content.
So Lauren,
it's
like this applies not only to different posts in social media, but also like your website content and your email content, like everything content, right?
Content. Yep.
Okay. Amazing. Yep. That sounds really amazing. Thank you for offering that code as well to the illustrious. And that'll be just for today.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
Hey, you're welcome to stay on with us, Lauren. We're gonna RJ's on here. Hey, repurpose for the win. Oh my gosh, yeah, I love that. You guys, the scroller's been running across the screen. If you want that bit.ly link, it's been running across the screen to hop in. That Content is Cash Academy with the content creator herself. Queen of organization, awesome with navigating all kinds of craziness in her life as well, and she's got it figured out. And why recreate the wheel when somebody's already developed it? So that's my take on that. Nobody else. You don't need to recreate it. You don't need to recreate it. I know.
Just follow in their footsteps.
Hey, you're welcome to hang out with us. We get to shout out a couple other people while we're on here this morning. So
sure.
We get to talk about this lady. Because RJ is one of our people in the directory. She is absolutely amazing. She has helped us develop Illybot. And Jen, I want you to talk about Illybot.
Yes. Illybot's been super fun for me. Actually, it's I just dropped for the whole summer. We did a 10-week kind of just exploration of Max. Can you guys hear my dog barking in the background? Jeez, like she
wants to be on stage.
Anyways, the bot, that's been really fun. Just gonna stop talking and make my dogs. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay. So we'll drop her down, let her take care of that. So we've been working with RJ Redden, who owns the bot Signal, to hook up our Illybot. That's a 10-week session that takes you the duration of summer. And it's really a summer of love. And this is really Jen's, are you ready, Jen? I'll bring you back up. This is really Jen's heart and soul gone into this. And there she is. It's really Jen's heart and soul that's gone into this to really take you through summer and really help you dive deep into summer. And she's back up. Illybot loves you. Come join her.
Yeah. You know, it's been really fun. And I like vlogging and telling story through a video because it's so much fun. It's interactive and I keep it nice and short and sweet because it has to be like just like a snack or something, right? But it's always, it always has something to do with something that's quite pivotal to how I've altered my life over the last even just year to make sure that I was able to show up on film, number one. I was able to follow prompts to really inspired ideas that I was having. To take the initiative to really go and get the things I wanted. So that's where it came from. And that's where I just get really inspired by that. And I pulled in quite a few really influential people to kind of like set the stage as well. And like their impression of last week was holding your power. Which is a big one. When I wasn't doing it, I was sort of just not really doing anything. But once I learned how to hold my own power energetically, things started to change. And I knew what was mine and what wasn't mine. And that's a really big step to take. So that was last week. And I brought on Desiree Albert, who was our illustrious one last week, to kind of talk more about it because she's like all in the energy. So, you know, there's a bit more of a balance there. So this week's going to be good. It's dropping after the call. And it's more about using, you know, massive action to like really move your ideas forward in actual physical action.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to blow the surprise for people that are on the thing, but I've been really excited. You know, I was part of week one, coming in through it, and it's really been fun to watch what's come forward and the videos and the people that you've brought into this, Jen. It's really been fun as summer's been going. And I love how it's delivered.
Well, that's just the thing. And with Francesca Jago taught me so much about video, but I've shot it all on a smartphone. And anybody that I asked to do anything for me also shot it on their smartphone. And they just send it to me in the drive and I download it to my phone and make a quick little video. And it really does go that fast. And I can produce it in less than an hour filming and cutting and putting back into the bot. That's crazy awesome fast for video anyways.
Right. You know, in applying the techniques that Francesca teaches, she's just brilliant with that. You know, applying your content creation, Lauren, with video and then with your smartphone, because who goes anywhere without this thing anymore? Like, right? Nobody. It's with us everywhere. It's even with me up on my property where I have zero cell signal. Like I have it because it's got a camera in it.
Yeah.
And that's my camera, right? I might need it. And Amanda's like, that's crazy awesome fast for videos. You're right. Yeah. And it's just really fun to put that all together. And I know we're talking about content today, and Lauren, you're still on. I wanted to share this. When this show is produced on Be Live TV's platform. This was their in their thread for today. So everybody that has a show that chooses to share it inside of Be Live TV, the thread for the day, you post it under the thread for the day. Good content is key. It is. Was on the, and there was a whole little blurb on content is key for Monday's show today. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, this is the Be Live TV platform, and something that's coming up with for me, which is really kind of cool. They've actually asked me to help them do some training, and we're doing a 5-day training on going live. So again, Lauren, tying that in, right?
Yeah,
tying it in, tying the content in, tying the creation of it in, doing like we're running. RJ Redden's going to be on with me. The creator of the owner of Repurpose.io, Hanny Mora, is going to be part of our team. And there's 7 of us that are on this team that are pushing out this 5 days live training, and it's free training on the Be Live TV platform, and it's all the technical stuff, the camera confidence, the show planning, and the presentation, all of that goes into And then that last one on there is repurposing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, recycling that content is huge. But that's a free training, you guys. If anybody's interested in that, that's Monday the 6th through the 10th, August 10th. So did I say that right? Monday, August 6th through the 10th. So it's that week of the 10th. So that's when that is going on. So RJ's like, I love how helpful BeLive is. It's not just software at all. That's so true. There's a lot of resources in there, a lot of people, a lot of live streamers that are in there that just freely give and tap resources, and what mics do you use, and how do you schedule, and what's the best thing for doing this, and who uses that. And RJ's one of the biggest contributors in there too, which is really kind of fun. So what else do you want to talk about, Jen Weatherly?
Yeah. You know what? I'm already on vacation in my brain. I think I've been on vacation in my brain for over 3 weeks because I need it so badly. But no, you know what? The directory. I would love to talk about the directory a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that one. The directory is a really fantastic place to list your business and also just get found by the people that are looking to hire somebody just like you. So with that, you get not only a full page listing with all your links and some videos too, but also you get a spot on the Monday morning show. Because we love to promote. Promotion is huge for me. And mostly for my whole life, all I've ever really wanted to do is be that promoter, that person that really connects that one person to the next person. And especially with Lauren and her content packages, now we know somebody that is really pushing out some high quality product. And that's not just going to stop here. Now we all know, right? So when anybody is asking for this, we know who to talk to. We know who to send them to. And this is what it's all about for me anyways. So and then you have 2 different options. You can always pay monthly or yearly. And these are, this is to make it so it's easy for you, but that you still have a place with a listing. And RJ's told me that not all directories are the same. She told me that you can just get on a list and your email and your website. And I was like, oh no, that sucks.
It totally sucks because I know, and Lauren, let us know. I mean, are you part of any other directory?
Not anymore. I actually jumped in with your directory and I got off of another directory because it just didn't compare.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shooting your horn, but it didn't compare.
Tell us why. Do you feel
it was just like RJ's example? It was just, here's your name, here's your picture, here's a tiny little bio, and you got one link. And it was kind of like, you can't really share what you need to share in a Twitter amount of words, if that makes sense. You can't connect with somebody in just that short time frame. So it wasn't worth the money. And when you log into the illustrious ones, there's just so many fantastic people, and it's so beautifully laid out, and you can click on whoever you want, and you can see all their awesomeness. So it's just fantastic.
We love that. Thank you.
The content is laid out so well.
Oh, thank you.
Let's just keep talking about content.
And that, as soon as I opened the doors on that website, I was sort of just, I need content now. So we started pulling from our directory members, and Erin has so much content that she has produced over the last couple years with her show. I was like, oh, easy content. These people are amazing. And then we've got Francesca Jago and her filmmaking courses too, because this is so key to this time and day and age in how we're actually working our businesses. But, content and copy, and then it keeps getting further and deeper into this, the amount of awesomeness it really is. It just blows me away. Every time I look at them, it's like, whoa, these people are super talented. And I just feel so blessed to have connected with all of you. Love it.
It's really not only is it an amazing group of knowledge that's in there, but the willingness and the collaborations that happen and the ease at, oh gosh, I need a content person, or is anybody in here that's an attorney? I need a LLC attorney. Is anybody in here that's a PR person? I need a PR for blah, blah, blah that I'm doing. And I need that out there, and I need to have that content, that connection. Is anybody in here, right? Like, there's so many different people in there across the board that all of us, as our businesses continue to grow, are going to need to plug into the business that we are having. Yeah. So it's really I love watching it grow. I love the people that continue to come in. I love, just the continuation of the expansion of the collective in there. That's really, really fantastic. So we love that you're part of it, Lauren. We love highlighting there. We love highlighting you, and we love showing our people off.
That's huge.
We love showing our people off, and we talk about you guys. We talk about you a lot, and we love that. We love that. What else, Jen Weatherly? You want to talk about Jane Powers?
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to talk about her?
Yeah, okay. We can talk about her, but this is just sort of, it comes right back to the whole messaging thing because that first 17 seconds and you're just like, it's got to come out your mouth so fluidly. And I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah. So this is a lady that was on my show 2 weeks ago. She and I connected prior to that, though. And neither one of us can remember how we crossed paths, but it was totally a divine intervention of path crossings. She is amazing. She's 20 some years plus in training people how to, in 17 and a half seconds, spit out what they do. Nice. Taking that boring elevator speech, blah, 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 right? And turning it into like sassy and zippy and sexy and like spot on, and totally turning your message into a 17 and a half second massive delivery. Ooh, they ate pancakes fast.
They did. Hi, buddy. All right, well, guys, I'm going to say a happy day, and I will see you guys later. Jen, thanks for having me. Aaron, thanks for having me. You guys have a great rest of your Monday. If anybody has any questions, feel free to shoot me a message.
Awesome. Thanks for being with us, Lauren. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, she's fantastic. We'll keep talking about her. But yeah, Jane Powers, like, how incredible was your time with her? Like, we all sat through a training with her. She was on my show. She graciously talked for an hour, freely training on my show. That's a 30-minute show.
Yeah. Just listening to her and her vigor for life and her passion. And it's like, well, I used to be passionate like that. But you know what? Things happen in life and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say anymore. And she's just so dialed that she incites that desire and passion back up. And she's like, no, you can do this. And like, there's no shadow of a doubt in her mind. And she just comes to the stage ready to rock. And I'm like, wow. Love it.
Yeah. And she's so, to me, she's like super magnetic and she's super real. And she like, there's no airs about her, it doesn't seem. And I've had multiple conversations with her on and off camera.
Yeah.
And she doesn't change. She's like the same. And it's just really refreshing. It's very, very refreshing to have a conversation with her, really. And but this event, you guys, Jen and I are both going. It's you're going, right? Are you going?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Come in yet.
This is called Let's Talk Superhero Impact. So it's a 3-day event that's in Phoenix, Arizona in September. 6th through the 8th. I'll drop the links in when we're done. If you guys want to go check it out, I highly suggest that you do. I'm kind of privy to knowing some of the people that are going to show up and talk there that are outstanding. And it goes right. I brought this up today because we're We're talking about content. We're talking about what that looks like, and the content rolls with how you speak. So she is a sales coach, but she is a speaker of sales. So she teaches you how to sell every time you open your mouth. And it's really, really quite something. Yeah, I know.
I know, and that's just like this, it intimidates me a little bit, but then it's just like, wow, how empowered if I just knew what to say when I open my mouth. Like, so what do I really want? Do I really want to make sales and, be known for what I do? Or do I want to, I could stay in, the fear mode of not making fantastic sales, but not actually having to open my mouth and sell something. But it's not that, though. It's just you opening your mouth and saying what you do in a really great way. And that is what converts. It's that deep connection of knowing what you do. And that's wonderful.
Yeah. And I love that she delivers it in a non-egotistical way. Like there's no ego attached to it at all. It's like, you are brilliant. I just had this conversation with Jeff Adams, who is the creator of Be Live TV. And I'm like, everybody's brilliant in their own lanes. I talk about this all the time. I don't know everything, right? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Do I know you need it? I know you need it, but I can't teach it to you. And there's no way that I can be that person to train you how to do that. I just can't. I know you need it, and past that, then I'm going to refer you on. And that's where the collective comes in, that you and I are so passionate about, and and the whole why behind the Illustrious Ones, the Facebook group, the business page that we're on now, the directory, and what's coming down the road after that. And it's all, you and I have the same heart when it comes to that, and that we can't do it alone. We're so much better together, and honoring the vibration of the collective, and just everybody lifts as you go.
Yeah, and that's just it. It is like really just having those great conversations with people, that super positive outlook, and holding up of our people. Even when it comes to one of our directory members wanted feedback on their website, and we were all able to give some very honest feedback, which helps her in the end, so that we're the first people she goes through, and we are professionals in what we do. So we're like that catch net for anything that may go out that's not quite right. And even I put out stuff that's not quite right, and I always get feedback. I'm like, thank you. And some people take that, anything that they've maybe the typo or something, or a grammatical error, and they may take that really personally. And it's like, no, don't take anything that goes out onto the internet too personally. These are all just simple things to fix. And, that's what and that we have our system in place to catch those things. So that's what I really like.
I love that too. And I love that, the net catches us. It's like standing in the river and catching the stuff going down river, routing them around, turning them around.
And seriously, like RJ's my net for my bot, and I'm just like, doesn't work. And then really she's like everything, did you hit the refresh button, Jen? Did you? And then I'm like, no, I did not. I forgot about it. So I'm going to do that now.
I know. I had so our bot is hooked up to this show. So if you guys want reminders for when the Illustrious Ones goes live, which is every Monday at 9 a.m., just type the word live, L-I-V-E, in the comments. Let me put that up here for you. You can type live, and it doesn't matter if it's all caps, lower caps, capital L, little lowercase, type live, however you want to type live, all by itself in the comments. We'll make sure you get a reminder when we're on live, just a couple minutes before we're on live. But yeah, it's funny because I was setting the bot up because I kind of handle the show bot. It's illy, but I handle his setting it up, and I'm like, why didn't it flip last week? I didn't put any links in there.
Nice, right?
We all make mistakes, right? We all do that. And it's like, RJ, how come it didn't work? And she's like, Or it's like, I love it when I respond, thanks so much for watching us live. And it flips. It flips Illy
Oh no.
back to the welcome because I typed the word live.
Oh no.
Why did it do that? I'm already in. And she's like, Erin, you typed the word live. It'll happen every time you type the word live.
Oh my God.
So it's really kind of funny.
Yeah.
But we love our RJ. We love her. If you guys are wanting to get any kind of clarity and increase the delivery rate of your lives or your messages or content or fill seats at your webinars or your live events, I highly suggest you talk to and have a conversation with RJ Redden of the Bot Signal. She's at checkoutmybot.com. I love that. Checkoutmybot.com.
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty
cool.
But she is cool, so that's what we expect from cool people. Cool thing.
Coolness from cool people.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, you are off to vacation.
Oh yeah, eventually I'll get off on vacation here. Well, it'll happen eventually. It's weird camping and 3 children and the stuff you actually need and fit it in cars. So we're working on that.
The above the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like National Lampoons, but it's Weatherly style. And yeah, full on Canadian, so we're straight up wild people. So my kids are peeing on the side of the road and stuff. That's what's happening.
Oh my living, so much fun. It's just being real. It happens.
Yeah.
It's how life goes on. Cool. Well, hey, you have a lovely, lovely time off. Thanks for making time for us this morning. We love our Jen Weatherly. She is the creator of The Illustrious Ones and how it looks and how it appears and the brilliance behind the layout of it. Amanda says put the kids on the top.
Yeah. Strip them down.
Strip them down.
Oh gosh, just Chevy Chase and the dog behind the car. I just keep seeing that.
I know.
Oh, you're volunteer. Oh god,
so funny. So funny. Awesome. Well, hey everybody, we're off to the rest of our Monday today. We're gonna kick it and hit it hard on our end at the Team Strayer here. And you guys have a fantastic day. It will be next Monday. We'll be going live again with the Monday morning show. Who's with us next week? Bev Wathauer is with us.
She's got a new show.
I know.
New show. I know. It's like, oh my God, Bev, how did you do that?
Yeah. And it went from like a 30-minute show to like a 4-hour show.
Yeah, and like on like all these different channels. I'm just like, so proud of her, and I really hope that I'm camping somewhere that has Wi-Fi so I can come on and be hanging out with Bev.
Yeah, because Bev is like wicked cool and she's super fun and she's like she's so real, and I love that. I can't wait. I can't wait for her next week. I just absolutely can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah. All right, guys, go get another cup of coffee, and we'll see you right back here on the Monday morning show. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.